Well, hey there, Internet. This is Steve of Thousand Year Home. So, welcome aboard. So, I've been a slow start to the new year. I've had a lot to do. I haven't felt real well. So, when I got back to work from my vacation, I had a couple of hundred of emails to go through. And by the time I get all caught up on that, I was wee bit tired. But am back to work, so let me rotate it all day. It's Saturday, so I don't know. Stick your finger up in the air. What I got? 45 minutes. Okay, but I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go to Honey's tonight and have some pizza. So let me rotate. All right, so I've been busy. I've got all of the left and the right post notched out and marked. I'm also going to cut a small kerf in all of these to fit a socket so that I can make a square box out of the post. So there's right sides and there's left sides of a total of two built-in cabinets. Now, this is something you run into, and I do not have a planer. So these are rough cut. And if you notice here, each one of these has a 4x4 that's different. It's quite a bit different. In fact, it's not 96 inches. It's all the way around cut a little large. So, and I don't have a planer to plane that down. So it took a little bit of finagling for me to figure out where I could put that, where the dimensional difference won't make me any harm. And anyway, I've got that all cut up. I need to cut some notches in it tonight, so I'm going to clamp it together. Right side here, left side there, clamp them together and do one cut for both of them. So if I make a mistake, I'm going to make a mistake 4 times. Let's not make a mistake. So sometimes I do, and if that would happen, then I guess I'd move them boards around someplace else and hide them. Nobody would ever know but me. And I believe, I've got faith in me, but I got to find some clamps, got to do some work. I am getting hungry. All out of groceries, all out of soda, all out of everything that I need to feed me. So I'm going to try to get into town early enough. They literally roll up the streets on these small towns in Texas, and the boards they pull up and they put them away every night. So, and I don't know, after 5:30 the whole place goes pretty sleepy. So, but the bars and the taverns and the restaurants, they stay open until like 8:30. I know, 8:30. Convenience of the city is not found in the cities out in the rural area. You just got to learn to be in a different harmony. Let me rotate. So I did clean everything up in here. I'm pretty pleased. I'm going to have to shift things around. I need to hang foil tomorrow here. I need to finish cutting those notches out and chisel them out. I need to cut some cross pieces to build the boxes, and then staple some braces in all of that, and then one's going there. Then I've got the sink, and one's going there, and I'm really pleased with the design. So this will be I had only 3 minutes here for the intro, so I'll pick this up tomorrow, and hopefully it doesn't rain over tonight. It's been raining lately a little bit off and on. I am not complaining. Poor Texas behind. Nothing like California. Listen, to watch their reservoirs go from nothing to fill again is both thrilling and agonizing, right? But maybe we all got to learn to roll with the punches. That's why I'm trying to build a 1,000-year home 2 feet off the ground in case it does flood. I'm not in a 500-year flood point, but I'll rotate. But I put it up 2 feet because the back acre touches a 500-year. And if that river backs up and comes up in here, I want a little protection, so I'm gonna put that up 2 feet. Besides the scorpions, listen, I moved a pot the other day, and it had 1 million scorpions falling off of it. I bought a couple of pots at a garage estate sale. I picked them up, and scorpions were hibernating under that pot. There must have been 15. And that'll make you jump. So putting my houses in Texas up off the ground, I prefer that over on grade. Let me rotate. Right here, these pots, they're heavy. Listen, they're every bit of 80 pounds. But right there was, oh look, there's might be even one little scorpion carcass left. Look, there's a centipede. These pots are, man, the scorpions liked them. Nice. I guess they kept them all warm. Let me roll this one up. See if anybody's home. Right in there. Probably 20 scorpions. Anyway, I slowly getting the garden around as well. I'm embarrassed to show people. I've learned as an artist, you never show people while you're working on it. This YouTube channel with me showing you all my mistakes, that's a little bit of a stretch for me. So, all right, I'm going to get all cleaned up, head into Honey's, get some pizza. Tomorrow, the thrilling conclusion of this same video. For you, it'll be like, for me, it'll be 12 hours. So for you... So this is where different dimensional rough cut lumber matters, right? Because I use the lumber itself. See, I would have been off a whole 1/8 inch there if I would have used that as my template. This is so crooked, this one's so crooked, that I need to cut it up anyway. Compound bow, it's not twisted, but that's not straight if you look down that, right? Cut it up into, 20-inch sections. They'll be straight enough. I'll kind of straighten them. Those will be the cross pieces to the box. Excited about it. That'll make my mark. So I have to recut that one and that one. That dimensional number's gonna mess me up. I have to put all the lights together. That one, that one, that one. Cut them all at once. These, that one, and that one. These 5. Cut some. Bummer. It'll take me a little sorting. Well, good morning, Internet. It's a little cold outside. I decided to work inside here today. It's a little cold in here still, too, in the 40s. But the sun will be out. It'll change here shortly. All right, so I've got all of the logs notched out. I've laid them out to make sure that they're all cut the right way so that when I put the reinforcement in there. And what I need to accomplish today is chiseling these all out. So I don't like working using the saws inside of the conex because I don't like the sawdust sweeping up. But it's too cold out there today, so I'm going to work in here. Now I wasn't able to get everything done last night before it got too dark, so I didn't change the depth on my saw. So my saw is to this depth, which may or may not be a full up half inch. Again, I don't measure, right? I just build. So let me get the camera tripod set up and I could start the day. This Harbor Freight little clamping mechanism is paper wood. not even press wood, it's paper wood. So I like it. It's light. I'm using it, but for reading real woodworking, you would have to replace the top plate with real wood. Not high quality. Hobo freight, right? Sometimes it's not so good. But you know, it's lightweight and it's what I want to accomplish. It's cold outside. Alright, what am I going to do today? Well, I think that I'll finish carving all these out and then I'll lay them out, make sure each end matches. I've got the long boards with the long boards and the short boards and the short boards, and you know, my thing isn't crooked. There, that's so much better. That's so much better. Now you're part of the whole. I was treating you very, very, very poorly, Internet. Very poorly. Let's see, are you in focus now? Right there? See? See that right there? That's what I'm working on. Let's run some of that saw through there a few more times. Why do I do that? Well, because I'm lazy. I want to just be able to knock it over with a rubber mallet. Check the depth. Make sure I didn't F it up in the middle of the night. I didn't. All good. just falls right over. Falls right over. Let me get that. I'm going to put a bucket underneath there. Catch everything. Sawdust too. That'll make it a little easier. All right, so I chiseled out a couple of those last night, and if you recall, I had set aside a large log. I found an end cap that's almost the same size, so I'm just going to use this for sizing. So let's see how good of a job I did. All right, so this isn't the same board as the one outside, but you can see when I put some nails or a screw in there, hidden screws, you won't see the screws from the outside. Or the same length, so that doesn't really matter front to back. Really honestly doesn't. I'll straighten them up at the very end, but these notches, I can't have them leaning, you know. I can't have one here and one there. They will be until I line them up and cut the ends out the way I want them. That doesn't look too bad, right, Internet? You know, for a field cut with a circular saw. And this is just one template, you know. It's not the size that I'm going to actually use. I'm pleased with that. Well, update. I went outside. It's still cold out there. I went and got clamps and I got my thing. Unfortunately, all the euphemisms I know for being cold are all naughty, because I learned them when I was a kid. And I lived in a neighborhood full of older boys, so I don't have a way of being creatively expressive for it's cold outside, other than it's cold outside. So I'm still hiding in here. Yeah, let me take a look here. Remember earlier I told you that rough cut lumber, it's all different on the ends. Let me show you the ramifications of that. Looky here, you're going for a trip, Internet. Woohoo! Okay, everybody hold on. I'm still unscrewed. Oh, there we go. Flying through the air. How does that feel, Internet? I'll edit it out if it makes you feel bad. All right. So what I did is I put a T-square on the holes that I just carved out. And strangely, that back and that back will be supporting this. That front and that front will be supporting a front piece. So you really got to flippy flop in your head a lot, but I don't know if you can see. You can see. I could see it, so I know you can see it. Taking a look here at the ends, see? All the ends. And if you remember right, when I first cut these, I picked one end and made one end level. But I knew better than to cut a lot outside, because I knew as I went, this isn't too bad. There's just couple of them, and in fact, if that's a back and that's a back, they might line up. I might not have to cut those at all. This side, but this side's really bad, and it's really bad on that end. So, and that's what you're up against with rough cut lumber. It's It's not dimensional. You got to make sure that the parts you need to fit, and I need these to fit, are made to fit. And then the parts that you don't need to fit, like the ends, I'll cut it. So what I need here, and you can see I got a fake joist there, just holding up the tin over my head. That, all right. From the top of that to the bottom down is 102. So when the cabinets are installed over here on this side, it'll end up running joists across each part of the cabinet. So there'll be joists, there'll be joists, there'll be joists. This one will probably be a bathroom. So anyway, that's what we're working on. And now I just have to put a level across this and level all those. They look like teeth. All weird. All right. I really want to show you a finished cabinet. Nobody's going to believe that I have. Listen, building by hand out in the middle of nowhere is just slow. I don't know what to say about that. It's just slow. And I've accepted the ebb and flow of. I'm doing restorative agriculture, so I've accepted the ebb and flow of a slow lifestyle, and you do too. You do too. If I miss a day and don't put up a video, everybody just needs to not unsubscribe me. Find a friend, subscribe me, and say he'll be back, and he's really fun. All right. So I picked the shortest logs in each stack, and then I marked the rest of the stack, and then I'll cut the tops and bottoms of all of these. And I don't have a saw that goes all the way through. That's one drawback of cordless. So I'll actually be cutting each series. So we've got a Dr. Pepper or a root beer. Alright. Let's see, I'm gonna try to start down here and do one-handed so we can get a video. I'll mute this, but plug your ears, everybody. Close enough with government work. Now I'll take my handsaw and I'll handsaw the rest of those. And then I'll do that on top and bottom of all of these. But I'm thirsty, so I'm going to have some root beer, which supposedly doesn't have any caffeine. I did not have a cup of coffee this morning. All my coffee mugs are cold, were dirty. They're outside because I'm soaking them. And it was too cold for me to go out and clean them. So I decided I don't need coffee this morning. I don't know how smart that idea is. All right. Well, one thing that hand sawing will teach me is respect for my ancestors who did all of this by hand. Oh my gosh, I at least got power saws. But then I had to finish all that up with my Japanese coping saw. My goodness. I didn't mind because you can splinter cedar pretty easy. But now they're all straight. They're all aligned up in there. Front, back, back to front. Just have to work on shimming that if I need it. All right. Well, the next step is to put this thing together. I think well, no, I'm wrong. Next step is to sand a little bit and backfill some of my cracks on the base, because I won't be able to reach the base when once it's fully installed. So doing some base work.